Hey everybody, I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and this is another round of MLB Total Chaos. This one's going down on Friday, July the 1st. It's a show where I ask these three expert handicappers their opinion on 5 baseball games. They're going to tell us if they're going over or under the total. Whoever has the best record, whoever gets the most right, comes back as the champ. Let's meet our contestants, shall we say. Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room with a record of 47, 40, and 6. How are you feeling about being here today, sir?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good today, only because Rossman isn't playing today.
Rossman's insane, people. If you're not tuning in to the Insiders Room Total Chaos every day, Rossman is now, what did we say, 12, 0, and
12-0.
1. That's real talk. That's real
That's
talk.
right. He couldn't make it this week, but he'll be back next week to defend his, I think, 4-time crown now.
Yeah, it's incredible. Wry Cape, I saw you last round. You have a record of, boom, 7, 4, and 2. How you feeling, friend?
Last week wasn't my best, but I'm ready to go this week.
It's all right. You're 2, 2, and 1. It's not the worst we've ever seen, not by a long shot. So no worries, Rye. And AM plus money. Amadeus 4 and 3. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing good. It's great to be back and doing what I love.
Yes, indeed. All right, so let's get this party started. Before we get going, I need everyone to like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and then don't forget about our official sponsor, Caesar Sportsbook. They're giving all new accounts up to $1,500 in a risk-free first bet. Just use that promo code MORNING15 or check out the description of the video and find a link. All right, guys, here we go. The Insiders Room crew. We're going to start it off with Nick Parsons. The Diamondbacks are at the Rockies. The number is 11.5. We've got Kelly and Senzatella. Is it going over or under the 11.5?
Well, neither of these teams play on Thursday when we tape this. Obviously, this is a really high total. Neither team is really great offensively, though. Arizona averages 4.05 runs per game. That ranks 23rd. Colorado, 4.47. That's a bit better at 12th. Both have struggled on the mound overall, though, obviously. These two starting pitchers, though, they've been decent. Merrill Kelly, he's 6-5 with a 3.64 ERA. Senzatella is 3-4 with a 4.66 ERA. Despite this one being at Coors, guys, I think that these starters can battle deep, so I'm going to go under this big 11.5 total.
All right, Wry Cape, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree with the under. I think both pitchers pitch well. Senzatella pitches well at Coors Field. Senzatella's last 3 have gone under. Kelly's last 3 are 1 and 2 to under. The under's 3-0-1 and Kelly's last 4 overall. Kelly doesn't give up home runs, and there may be rain in the forecast. So if we see a delay, we're going to see some bullpens. But I'm going under this one.
Oops, sorry. All right, Amadeus, what do you got for me?
All right, so I'm going to be going the opposite way here. I'm on the over. Senzatella is 8-4 to the over this season, and he's also 6-2 to the over at home. Merrill Kelly started off the season great, but he's been a little shaky in his last 3 starts, giving up 10 runs in that span, and he's also 4-2 to the over on the road this season. So I think both these guys are going to give up some runs, and with it being in Coors Field, I expect a high-scoring game.
All right, we're moving on to the next one. It's the Orioles at the Twins. The number is 8 with Watkins and Ryan on the bump. Wry Cape, you're up first this time.
Yeah, so I don't expect any pitcher to go too long in this game. I think this is going to be a bullpen game. Baltimore's bullpen has been hot the last 7 games with a 3.70 earned run average. They've only given up 1 home run. The under is 4-0 in the Orioles' last 4 against the American League Central, and the under is 4-0 in the Twins' last 4 games versus starter with a whip greater than 1.30. I am going with the under here.
Under we go. All right, AM, agree or disagree?
So I like the over in this one. Watkins and Ryan are both coming off injuries. So Watkins has had 1 game started since coming back from injury, and it was all right, but he didn't start the season that great, and I don't expect him to hold up too long, so I expect a bad start from him here. And Ryan was very good to start the season, but ever since coming back from injury, he's made 3 starts now, and all of them have had 3 or more runs in them. I think he's going to give up some runs. I just don't think that he's the same from the beginning of the season, and I expect a high-scoring game with the way that Orioles offense has been lately.
Yeah, I've been cashing a lot of Orioles overs. Nick Parsons, you're the tiebreaker on this one. Over or under the 8?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think this line is tough because Ryan, he's been the better pitcher here than Watkins, but as AM pointed out, his first start back was decent. The Twins are better offensively than the Orioles. They average 4.53 runs per game, which ranks 11, but they have a collective 3.70 ERA. Yeah, this is a tough one, guys. Honestly, I could see it going either way. But because this one is in Minnesota, I'm going to go. I think that Ryan, he'll step up here. And so I'm going to go with the under in this one.
All right, under we go again. Up next, we have the Athletics at the Mariners. It's 7.5 with Caprillion and Gonzalez on the mound. AM, you're up first.
Yeah, so Caprillion is 0-5 with a 5.88 ERA this year. Gonzalez is 4-8 with a 3.31 ERA. Caprillion has not been good at all this year. His ERA has never dipped below 4.5 at any point, and he hasn't had a start where he hasn't given up a run yet this year. He's 7-1 to the over and 3-1 to the over on the road. But with all that being said, I'm going to be on the under here. Gonzalez hasn't allowed many runs in his last 4 starts. I think this is probably going to be a one-sided game where the Mariners do most of the runs, but the Mariners are also going to be missing players from that bench brawl. And so I don't expect their offense to do much. And Oakland has the worst offense in the league. So I like the under here.
All right, Nick, what do you think?
Well, all the other series we covered up to this point have start on Friday, but these teams play on Thursday as well. The A's have been struggling this year, as AM pointed out, mostly at the plate. They only average 3.17 runs per game. The Mariners haven't been that much better. They only average 3.97. That ranks 26. Caprillion, 0-5 with the big 5.88 ERA. Gonzalez, 4-8 with a 3.331 ERA, but he still only has a really unimpressive 47 to 33 strikeout to walk ratio. I know neither of these teams scores a lot, guys, but I don't trust either of these starters, actually. So I'm going to go with the over in this one.
Over we go. All right. Boom. Shoot. Sorry, my thingy. Okay, Rye, you start and I'll do this. There we go.
So, yeah, I agree with AM. I think Caprillion gets rocked, but neither team really has a good offense at all. They're both bottom in the league. Seattle's bullpen has been great. Last 7 games, they have a .81 earned run average. So I think this game's going under.
All right. Here we go. Moving right along to the Padres and the Dodgers. The number on this one is 8. We've got Snell and Gonsolin. Man, I wish Snell was still Snell. He's just not anymore. Nick Parsons, what do you think about this one? Over or under the 8?
Exactly on your point there. But yeah, the Padres and Dodgers, this is another series that starts on Thursday, so the same day that we're taping this. LA, of course, averages 5.08 runs per game. That's number 1 in the league. The Padres, they average 4.64. That's 10th. 2 really good starters going to head here, or at least Blake Snell used to be a really good starter. He's 0-5 with a 5.60 ERA. Gonsolin, of course, he's been insane. He's 9-0 with a 1.58 ERA. But this is a really low total. You know what? I think it's a little bit too low. I think that Snell, he's going to continue to struggle. And I think that Gonsolin at some point is going to have a little bit of a minor letdown at some point. So, guys, I'm going over in this one.
Okay, Wry Cape, over or under?
Yeah, I am going over as well. I'm kind of mad at Snell for that pitch to Bryce Harper, taking him out. But the over is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in LA. Dodgers are coming back from a long road trip, and I think the bats are going to wake up.
All right, Am, what are your thoughts?
So I'm going with the under here. I don't think either team has been too impressive in their last few series, both struggling. The Dodgers definitely haven't been the Dodgers lately. Gonsolin's been really good. He's 10-4 to the under this year and 4-2 to the under at home, and he hasn't had a single start where he's given up more than 2 earned runs all year. Snell hasn't been that great, but he's still 6-1 to the under this year and 3-0 to the under when playing on the road. And when you're going up against the Dodgers, they may not be playing like the Dodgers right now, but they're still the Dodgers, and I think that's going to bring out the best performance in Snell that we've seen all season from him.
All right. Last one for the round is the White Sox at the Giants. We've got Lynn and Cobb. Wry Cape starts it off.
Yeah, so this is an interleague game. Lynn hasn't pitched against the Giants in a long time. He hasn't been great this season. He's been okay. Cobb has faced the White Sox once, and he did all right. But the under is 2-0-2 in the White Sox last 4 interleague road games. The under is 2-2 in the Giants' last 4 games following a day off. The under is 3-1 in the Giants' last 4 interleague game plays. And the Chicago White Sox have went under in 6 of the last 7. So I am taking the under.
All right. Well, that makes sense. AM, what are you taking?
So I'm taking the over in this one. Cobb is 7-3 to the over this year, and he's 4-2 to the over when playing at home. Lynn has given up 3 or more runs in his last 3 starts, but honestly, the ERAs speak for themselves. Lynn is 1-1 with a 6.14 ERA, while Cobb is 3-3 with a 5.48 ERA. And even that being said, the starters don't really matter to me because both of these bullpens have been terrible over the last few weeks, and I think either way, these teams are just going to get blown up, and this should be a high-scoring game. I like the over.
Nick Parsons, you're the tiebreaker again. What do you think?
I'm getting in the car with AM here. I'm going with the over. The Giants, they average 4.84 runs per game. That's 3rd overall. The White Sox, 4.18. I guess that's 21st. But both of these starting pitchers have struggled, as AM just outlined there. One thing we can take a look at is their elevated whip. Lynn with a 1.44 whip, Cobb with a 1.46. So, yeah, 2 pretty good offenses, 2 sort of suspect starting pitchers. I think this over underline's a little bit low. I'm going with the over.
Okay, so that's how we do it. Sit tight, everybody. We're going to do a recap, but first I want to let you guys know where you can find these guys and also remind you to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. So it is the Insiders Room crew. You guys all check out the Insiders Room Discord. Nick Parsons, you can find him at the Insiders Room, and you can also find his premium plays, his best bets, over at picksandparlays.net. Nick, tell the people what you're all about.
Well, right now, for the next 2 months, we're in the dog days of summer, so it's all about baseball. And, hey, we're in the trenches every day, grinding out profits. We like to play lots of early games, so if you do too, come check that out. And, check out the Insiders Room at picksandparlays.net. Also on Twitter, and from that link, you can check out the Discord where you can find these 2 guys.
Yes, absolutely. And there is a promo code. It is CFL. So if you're looking to buy premium plays from picksandparlays.net, head over there and find the Insiders Room, and then use the promo code CFL, and that will save you 20% off whatever you buy. Wry Cape, what are you up to, my friend? Where can the people find you?
At Wry Cape everywhere. And I've just been doing baseball and NASCAR. I have my show on Fridays with the Winners and Wires guys. And then on Sunday, I do an Insiders Room NASCAR show. So come check me out.
Love me some NASCAR. You know I'm from Texas. I love my NASCAR. AM Plus Money, my soccer man. How you doing, friend? How's the soccer been treating you?
Oh, it's been going great. You can find me in Insiders Room Discord as well. And, if you ever get bored or tired of the baseball every day during these slow times, you can catch me on Sean Miller's show every Monday and Thursday. I make a guest appearance at 4:00 in the afternoon for some soccer.
Beautiful. We love our soccer. It's that time of year. It's that time. It's not just all about baseball, people. There's Canadian football. There's Wimbledon. There's soccer. There's stuff out there. Expand your horizons. If you guys are looking for me, you can find me at Plus Money Honey. And don't forget about the promo from Caesar Sportsbook. Use that promo code Morning15, and that is going to get you hooked up with up to $1,500 in a risk-free first bet for all new accounts. Okay, time for the recap. The Diamondbacks are at the Rockies. It's an 11.5. Nick is under. Rye, what were you? I somehow have erased your.
First one I was under.
Under. Okay, Nick is under, Rye is under, and AM goes over. Orioles are at the Twins. It's an 8. We got Rye and Nick under, but AM's taking it over. And AM, you were a little contrarian today, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You were just against the grain.
Well, after so many same picks as Nick the last time I was here, got to change it up.
That's fair. A's are at the M. 7.5 is the number. AM and Rye are going under. Nick is taking that one over. Padres at the Dodgers. Nick is over. Rye is over. AM is under. White Sox Giants, the number is 8. Rise under, but AM and Nick are going over. Don't forget, check out the Insiders Room Discord. Check them out on Twitter at the Insiders Room. You can find all these guys, plus Rossman, plus Legion of Picks. But there's a bazillion of you guys, and you're all really, really sharp. So make sure you guys check out the Insiders Room on Discord. Guys, thank you as always for joining me. And like I always say, may the best capper win.
Thanks, Ellie.